Testing, testing. You have lost your confidence. You don't know how to approach situations. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Mariam and I hope you are feeling good. It has been a while since I've had a sit down video. The last one I had was the grade 9 video, and the comments, I feel like they just gave me that boost to be like, you know what, helping people, it's giving the things. But let's not get distracted. You're here for a reason, and let's get into it. So you just started school, whether it's primary, high school, uni, whatever it is, you just started it, and you've been feeling like really down, like you have lost your confidence. You don't know how to approach situations with full confidence in yourself. But I am here to teach you, and I'm here to tell you how to be confident in school. I have 5 tips on how to gain your confidence, school edition. Number 1 is self-affirmations. I really feel and I really believe that what you say over your life has a lot of power. So if you're the type of person to always be like a Debbie Downer and always say these bad things over your life, and I'm not specifically speaking about like deep bad stuff, but if you say small things without even realizing, like you say, oh, I'm scared, I'm sad, I'm depressed, wait, not the same thing, I can't do this, I'm not good enough. If you're constantly putting those words over your life, what do you expect to happen? But if you're saying good things, and if you're using your words in the right way, and saying, hey, I actually got this, hey, today's gonna be a good day, today I'm gonna try my best, today I'm gonna give it my all, today I'm just gonna walk into school and I'm just gonna do me, and it's not easy for everybody, because some people, they're just naturally shy, or they're naturally scared of being watched, or feel like they're being seen by everybody. Because I remember in grade 8, I'm in grade 10 now, but I remember the beginning of high school, I always felt like every time I walked into the school, I always felt like every single person had their eyes on me. And I spoke to my mom about it, and she helped me, get over that mentality of thinking that people are watching me. I truly believe that if you're speaking goodness over your life, you will have goodness in your life. I just really believe to have a positive mindset will obviously give you a positive life, you get me? Okay. The second tip I have for you is knowing your identity. And by that I mean knowing who you are, and obviously it's not easy to put all of the things you are in one box and say that's who I am. But I feel like if you know who you are, I mean, you're in school right now, and I feel like by now you would know certain things you like to do, certain things you don't like to do. And I feel like when I say knowing your identity, I mean in terms of groups. When you feel like you have a lack of confidence in groups, or even in class you feel like you have a lack of confidence, to just raise your hand to answer a question or to ask a question. Knowing your identity is a way of saying this is who I am, and not many people know who they are, and I feel like that's what brings us down. That is something that just makes us think like, I can't do it, maybe not, there's always that one little voice in your head that's going to be like, you're not this, and you're this instead. I'm not saying anything specific right now, but you know exactly what I'm saying, and you know exactly what I mean when I say that you have a voice in your head that's constantly telling you what you are, because you don't know your identity. And a way that I found my identity, well, this is sort of related to my religion, but I feel like that's my identity, because without it, I really don't know who I'd be, If you have this one thing that sort of makes you who you are, stick to that, is what I would say. Stick to the one thing that makes people say, oh, do you know, I don't know, okay, maybe I'm gonna use my own name. Oh, do you know Mariam? And you're like, who? Oh, the girl who makes YouTube, Get me? like build on your identity, and then once you know your identity, I feel like you just have that thing of, hey, I know who I am, this is me, ha ha, what you gonna do about it? But with knowing your identity also comes the third tip, which is knowing your limitations. I'm gonna give you an example. So if you're in a friend group, right, and there's certain things that bother you, like if your friends say this one thing that's probably going to trigger you, right, and you know, like it just doesn't sit right with you, you're not okay with it, but you just sit there in that situation and you're like, you're trying to be okay with it, but you know inside you're like, that's not me, that's I don't want to associate myself with people like that, you know. And I feel like the first step to actually knowing your limitations is having that gut feeling of you know. Once you have that gut feeling of you're like, I feel like that's sort of a first step to knowing your limitations, to knowing the things that bother you, to knowing the things that trigger you. I need water. I need water. 3 tips to the go. Okay, you got this. Okay, for an example, I want to get into filmmaking, right? I really don't know, but it's something I want to get into. And if like if I'm in a friend group and there are people talking about how they want to be doctors, lawyers, and all these big jobs, you know, and I sit there being like, I want to be a filmmaker, you know, and then somebody says something like that's sort of making it seem like filmmaking is not a real job, or like anything creative is not real, like it's not gonna get you anywhere. That is something that really bothers me, because it's something I'm very passionate about, but obviously I'm willing to sort of navigate myself through both of the genres, through the smart type of thing, the doctors, lawyers, everything, and my creative side, which is basically who I am. But when people sort of bring down my creative side, that makes me feel like I get that gut feeling of Fourth tip is silent but deadly. Okay, I don't mean a fart, okay? I really do not. Respect your classmates, respect your teachers, go to the bathroom, thank you. What I mean by silent but deadly is when you have confidence, it has to be silent, right? You have to be humble with your confidence. You can't just go around being that type of person that's, you know, all up in your face like, I'm confident. No. I feel like that's taking it to a whole nother level, which brings me to like, it's giving egotistic, it's giving you know. And I feel like I mean I'm not a very quiet person, and it's not easy for me to just, you know, humble myself and just, you know, not say anything. But I feel like being able to just be yourself around people you're comfortable with, or even people you're not comfortable with, there's certain times where you have to keep quiet, you know. Like, I feel like being silent but deadly with your confidence is so powerful. Like, sometimes I see quiet people in my class, right, and I'm just like, this person's so mysterious, you know, but they also know how to laugh. Like, I can have a full-on conversation with them and it won't be awkward and they won't be cold, you know. Don't be cold, don't be mean, right? But have confidence in yourself. In another way, I would say with great confidence comes great responsibility. I'm a superhero fan, don't judge. Okay, but just having confidence and being humble at the same time is something that's very important. And yeah, it's like very hard. Yo, that yeah sounded like very South African. And just having confidence in yourself is really amazing, and when people see that you have confidence in yourself, that sort of also makes them want to be like, hey, you know what, I can be comfortable around this person because they're confident in themselves, because they don't try to hide anything. I mean, you can hide certain things, that's your business, right? But you're able to engage with them, you know, to the point where it doesn't feel like you're being too shy or you're being too mean, you know. You're just confident in yourself and you're able to have a good time at the same time. We are down to the 5th step of this video, and that tip is you are your own competition. My mom always told me that I shouldn't compete with other people, you know, especially when it came to academics or basically anything. If you feel like you have less confidence because of the way other people are, I feel like that's on you. You can't expect yourself to have amazing confidence if you're not putting in the work to have that confidence. You are your own competition. Do not try to compete with other people, but compete with yourself. The person you were yesterday, compete with that. Like that one thing you didn't do yesterday, do that today. The one thing you didn't do today, do that tomorrow, you know, and just continue to help yourself improve, if you get what I mean, right? But I feel overall, confidence does take time, so don't be too hard on yourself, but don't just sit in one place and expect confidence to just boom, it's here. Just take your time, work through the steps. If you're taking notes, slay mama. I just think if you take your time and work through it, don't force anything, and just, you know, be happy, be yourself, and you will be surrounded by people who are able to engage with you. I'm just gonna go over the 5 steps one more time. Number 1, self-affirmations. The way you speak over your life has a lot of power. Number 2, knowing your identity. Knowing who you are will give you that boost of confidence. Number 3, knowing your limitations. Know when you're gonna get triggered so you can avoid getting triggered. Number 4, silent but deadly. No, with great confidence comes great responsibility, so be humble. And number 5, you are your own competition. I hope you enjoyed, and if you did, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on those post notifications. I will see you in the next one. Bye!